Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Before you continue this video, I'd like to tell you that the second volume of our art book, the Book of Illustrated of Quran, can be ordered right now. You can support us by buying this book for your niece and nephew. Link in the description below. Assalamualaikum.
Now we're tied to the legacy of guidance, holding on to guidance with the legacy of salah. And now the scary ayah. فَخَلَفَ مِن بَعْدِهِمْ خَلْفٌ. After them, after the people who held on to this legacy, much after them came another generation of khalf, useless people, losers, disappointments. People that are in the next generation, they're called khalaf. If there's any good in them, يعني يراد منها من خلف الأخيار ويراد من خلف بسكون اللام الأشرار. In the language, when you say khalaf, you're saying future generations that you're proud of. And when you say khalf, bisukun, when you put a sukun on it, then these are future generations that are disappointment, useless. Allah says, then after them, khalf came. A useless generation, a disappointing generation came. What makes them so disappointing? Listen to this. أَضَاعُوا الصَّلَاةَ. They wasted the prayer. Allah is telling me and you, a nation, a generation has been wasted. They are no good. There's nothing coming from them. And what makes them no good? The first crime, the first tragedy of these people, they wasted the prayer. وَلَمْ يَقُلْ تَرَكُوا الصَّلَاةَ فَقَدُوا الصَّلَاةَ كَانُوا كُسَالَى فِي الصَّلَاةِ لَمْ يُصَلُّوا لَمْ يَقُلْ هَذا. He did not say they left the prayer. He didn't say they were lazy in the prayer. They didn't say they forgot about the prayer. The language is very precise. He says they wasted the prayer. Now, how do you waste something? How do you waste money? You waste money in a number of ways. Or how do you waste an opportunity? You don't take advantage of it. You waste money if you put it somewhere where it doesn't bring you any benefit. You wasted the money. You had something good, you didn't do something good with it. You wasted your time. You could have done something so much better with your time. In other words, there's something there, but you're not using it the right way. That is also wasting it. So Allah is not necessarily talking about people who don't pray. He's not limiting the conversation to people who don't pray. He's talking about people who don't benefit from their prayer. They don't benefit. They wasted it. The prayer is supposed to transform me. It's supposed to transform you. It's supposed to change something in us. Why is it supposed to change something in us? This is the remarkable eloquence of the Quran. In the previous ayah we learned, people heard the ayat of Ar-Rahman. And when they heard the ayat, what happened to them? What happened? They fell into sajda. Tell me what happens in your salah. You stand and you listen to the ayat of Ar-Rahman. And what are the next phase in salah? What's the next phase in every rak'ah, the final phase? You fall into sajda. In other words, what you physically do, you're supposed to experience emotionally as well. You're supposed to be so overwhelmed by the word of Allah that you just fall before Allah. It's supposed to actually not only be a mechanical thing, it's supposed to be a natural consequence of experiencing the word of Allah. As a matter of fact, when you recite the ayat, you should want to go into sajda not because you ate too much or because you're tired, but because these ayat are so powerful that you can't even hold yourself up anymore. You can't even, your knees are wobbling because you're overwhelmed by Allah and you just want to fall. When is sajda described in the Quran? When magicians see the power of Allah of a stick turning into a snake, regular people, they all think it's magic. The magician's got a snake, Musa's got a snake. But the magicians know their industry. So they know that ain't no magic, that's for real. So what do? What happens to them? They fall into sajda. When people of the book come and visit the Rasul of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, wondering, we've heard there's a prophet here. There's a prophet mentioned in our books. We want to see if you're a liar or not. They hear some Quran and what do? What does the Quran describe? They fall into sajda. They fall into sajda. The idea of sajda in the Quran is when people are overwhelmed. When the family of Yusuf alayhi salam is reunited, they see him and they're like, that's the same kid we threw in a well? They were so overwhelmed by the power of Allah to protect someone He decides, and to keep them on guidance, that they fell into sajda. They just couldn't help themselves, but they fell into sajda. The idea of sajda is being overwhelmed. What are we learning? Why is sajda a part of our salah? Because you and I are supposed to be overwhelmed. But overwhelmed by what? The Quran. We're supposed to have this awe of the Quran when we hear it recited. It's supposed to shake us to the core. You know, Allah Azza wa Jal describes this in the Quran. إِذَا ذُكِرَ اللَّهُ وَجِلَتْ قُلُوبُهُمْ إِذَا تُلِيَتْ عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتُهُ زَادَتْهُمْ إِيمَانًا. When the ayat are recited, it increases them iman. Their hearts tremble. Their hearts are overwhelmed just by hearing the word of Allah.
Please make special du'as for our patrons who made this possible by supporting us on Patreon. Insha'Allah.